Hi everybody, I'm DeRay. I'm a protester. I started protesting on August 16th in Ferguson, and I've been to many cities around the country. I have a social media footprint, about 140,000 followers on Twitter, and I'll be talking about protest and the power of storytelling. So when I think about the work that we do using Twitter and other things, there are two main goals. One is to tell the truth differently, and the other is to tell the truth in ways that empower people. When we think about what happens to black people in storytelling is that we are often erased. And erasure functions in two ways. One is either the story is never told or it's told by everybody but us. There are two ways that we talk about the data we use. One is live reality, and one is numbers sort of in policy. And in terms of Twitter, we've been able to just tell the stories in real time. We've been able to push back on these narratives that we otherwise would not have been able to. I think about this with Martise Johnson. Martise Johnson was a student at UVA. He got beat up. I was in the parking lot at the dentist's office, and I got these tweets, the tweets at the bottom, and the girl was saying, like, can you look at it? And I was like, I don't really know what's going on. I tweeted her back, can you hop on the phone? We hopped on the phone. She said Martise was really hurt. I texted one of my friends, Netta. Netta said, call the president's office. We flooded their phones. This got retweeted about 2,000 times. And it created this crisis, this moment around Martise that was really powerful. So in the end, people, USA Today, CNN called, and it became an issue. This is another one. I got this tweet. A retired officer shot somebody in the subway in New York City. Moments after it happened, I got this tweet. I retweeted it. The news converged on this guy, and he was one of the first eyewitnesses about it. Here in Baltimore, Baltimore riots was the hashtag that was trending, and we were like, I tweeted. I didn't see a riot. I saw an uprising, and this is what started the reframing of Baltimore uprising. So again, like we've seen storytelling be really powerful. Walter Scott got killed in North Charleston, and this was the headline on the day of his funeral. And we were just like, that is wild. Like, this is not what you do on the day of someone's funeral. So we tweeted to the editor-in-chief in the newspaper, and eventually they changed it. And it was really important that they changed it online, and this is what they changed it to. And again, this is like the power of telling the story differently, that we in Blackness now have the chance to use this medium to push people to tell the truth about what's happening, because what we often say is that we've been telling the truth about the police our entire lives. The only thing that's different now is that the truth is becoming mainstream. This is the data. There are two big data sets in America that cover who the police kill. I don't know if you know, but newspaper reports are the only sources of truth right now for who the police kill. And those are the two big databases, Fatal Encounters and KilledByPolice.net. We mapped them. These are all the black people killed by police in 2014. It's mappingpoliceviolence.org. We wanted to tell the truth differently for people so people could see that it's concentrated in some places. We also cut the data up different ways so you could see that there are some places where black people get killed more than the homicide rate in the given area. There are also 6 cities in America where black people are more likely to be killed by police and die in a car crash. And this is like how we tell this story differently. We do these monthly reports so that people can see the change over time given a month. To just give people, like, again, a different way of seeing the impact of police violence, because we would say that it has reached a crisis level. We also want to be mindful of, like, humanizing people, because what happens in Blackness is that we are often dehumanized. So this is a part of Mapping Police Violence where we tell the stories of the people who have been killed so that we remember that they are more than names, that they are people, that they have stories too. We also built this thing called Checking Police Violence. Is a different way to tell the story about policy. So asking questions of people to say, can you get arrested in your hometown for loitering, lurking, spitting, and then saying that's actually broken windows policing. And then it'll spit out a report card across these 9 areas. And again, this is all about telling the story differently. People often think that with policy that they actually don't have an entrance to it, but they do. And this one was an interesting one about Cleveland because we redid this storytelling after they had the consent decree. I think about the movement in 4 phases. In the beginning, it was pure resistance. We were fighting. That's what we were doing. In St. Louis, the police were fighting us. We were fighting back. I often say that we didn't know each other's stories. We didn't know each other's names. We knew each other's hearts. And that was sort of the community part. And now we're in the preparing to win part. We're stepping back and thinking about what does it mean to win. When we think about the progress, this is one of them. The change in public opinion around race has been demonstrable for us. In policing, there have also been more protests around police violence and in Blackness than any other movement in the history of black resistance in America, which is important to us. And these are infographics that we put out on the 300th day of protest, which was about a week ago. There have also been some places that have signed laws. There have been 31 states that have introduced legislation around police violence. But again, these are the ones that have been successfully passed. Body cameras are like a big thing for people, and we like body cameras, but body cameras won't be the solution alone. And this is our newest infographic. There have only been 9 days this year where the police have not killed somebody. The police have killed 500 people this year in America. So I'll leave you with this. Thank you.